Maggie's yelling at the guy mowing the neighborhood. She is too cute. Do you see her? Look at her. She's in the window and she's like, no, get out of my yard. What is he doing in our yard, Mom? Too cute. Friends, we have a lot to get done today. A lot to get done. And I've already been to the DMV. I filmed a little bit of that, so I'm gonna put that in here somewhere. Good morning, besties. We are headed to the DMV because I have to change my driver's license and I have to register our car and do all of those fun things that you have to do when you move. It's like never ending. We moved our daughter and son-in-law last weekend. They moved an hour and a half away to Bridgewater. We're busy with that. And so I was trying to decorate and figure out what I wanted. I need time for that to kind of marinate and kind of get my inspiration, going and the creative juices flowing. And I have to start and stop and start and stop and start and stop because there's so much going on. It's a lot. So last week's video was created in the middle of a lot of chaos. It's just been a struggle. It's just been a struggle. But I'm going to be transparent in this moment and say that your girl is so stressed and your girl is so tired and your girl is so overwhelmed. And I thought that there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and I do see it, but life is not stopping. Sometimes life is like an ocean. When you get into the ocean, you know how the waves sometimes will just come at you like one right after the other and just keep whamming you and knocking you over. That's what it feels like. It feels like no sooner do I stand up, catch my breath, get my bearings, another wave is coming and it's knocking me on my ass. I'm getting sand in every crevice and crack, and that's what's happening. That's what's happening in my world. That's what's happening. I've got to clean, I've got to decorate, I've got to do tons of things. So we're just gonna have you spend the day with me and see what tweaks I can make to make this space a little bit more homey and cozy. This is a real life video. You're gonna see stuff out of place. There's a lot of straightening that I need to do. I don't think the echo is ever gonna go away in this house. It's an echoey house. So I apologize for the sound. It is what it is. So my YouTube channel has taken a little bit of a hit since we've moved, and I know that a lot of that has to do with the fact that it does translate into my videos and content when I'm not on point with decorating, I'm not engaged enough, I'm not happy enough, cheery enough. I don't know. But what I do know is this: I'm human, and it is disappointing because I've worked extremely hard to have the little community that I have. And I don't think we talk about this enough, and that's why I'm bringing it up. I'm just gonna share my personal experience, thought, feelings, whatever on this. And I think and hope that it may resonate with some other people as well that also have channels and struggle, because we all do. We tend to measure ourselves up against the subscriber count and measure ourselves up against the watch hours and measure ourselves up against the revenue and all of those things. And while they're all nice, and I get super excited when I have new subscribers, I get super excited when I see my channel take a growth spurt, and I love all of that. And I get just as disappointed on the flip side when I see a decline. And then I start to feel like I'm not good enough. I don't measure up enough. I'm not growing as fast as this YouTube content creator. I'm not putting out as much content as this other one. And I forget a lot of times to really remind myself that my worth is found in pretty much one place, and that is within me and my faith. And how I look to myself and how I feel I look to my Heavenly Father, which I know not everybody believes in God, and that's okay. Everybody has to search out their own salvation and have their own spiritual journeys, whatever they may be. For me personally, I believe in God, and I believe that my worth is found in how He sees me and not how everybody else sees me. And so if I can lay my head down at night and be happy with the person that I am and how I live my life on a daily basis without being in front of a camera or filming myself, then I think I'm doing okay, and that's all I need to worry about. But I'm human, and even God understands that I do get disappointed that I'm not seeing the growth that I did when I had my channel in the early days. And I think a lot of that has to do, honestly, with just I've been so busy and so stressed and so just everywhere that I haven't been able to just find the joy in decorating as much as I used to. So I'm trying to do that. I am enjoying decorating this space. I love a challenge of doing something new, and this is definitely new. We had an open floor plan between our living room and kitchen and our main living area in the old house. It was more farmhousey, and it was more, I forget the name, it was a colonial house, and it had beautiful architecture. You guys remember it, beautiful architecture and all the bells and whistles. This one is very modern, very clean, very sleek. And I'm not used to that. This one also has a lot of natural light, which I love, but it can be challenging filming in natural light. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm getting there. So what I'm trying to do is create and let this house tell me how it wants to be decorated and create a style that I love with the things that I already have, while listening to the bones of the house and it telling me what it would like and how it wants to be decorated. And another challenge, not just the space and being able to create cozy spaces that are defined within a big open space, which I think I've done a well job of that. And I think I found my style here for the house, which incorporates all the things that I love, because I love everything. I love mid-century, I love farmhouse, I love primitive, I love country, I love a little bit of everything, rustic, I love it all. So this way it allows me to have like a mixture, so it does lend well to that. But the other challenge is that we are renting. We did not buy this house. This is a rental. So we have to be very careful about what we do in it. Now we do have the ability to hang things on the walls and do things and put holes in the walls. But we want to minimize that as much as possible. So we are going to be using command strips and things like that, which I've already started to use. We are renting directly from an owner. The owner is amazing. We love him and his wife. Great family. We did hang our TVs. We wall mounted our TVs. That was important to us. And we won't be taking these TVs with us to our forever home. So we thought, well, in a few of the rooms that we know TVs will be something that people will use, like everybody's gonna put a TV in the living room space. Pretty much everybody will do that. There may be one strange person that might not, but pretty much everybody will. So we didn't have a problem wall mounting, and we'll leave the wall mount here. We did the same thing downstairs in the craft room, and let's see what other, and that's the only two TVs that we hung. The other TVs that we use, because Art loves TVs, he loves TVs, and in the old house we had a TV in almost every room. Every bedroom had a TV, the basement had a TV. I mean, there was multiple TVs. In this house, we still have quite a few TVs. I like to watch TV going to sleep at night, so there's a TV in our bedroom. We did not wall mount it, so that's a challenge. It is sitting and taking up the entire space of my dresser, so. But that's okay. It's a bit of an eyesore, but it's okay. It's functional, so it is what it is, right? And then his office, it's a smaller TV, so he didn't hang that. He just put it on a stand on his bookcases. He has a wall of bookcases that are like waist height. So he went ahead and just put that there, so it worked fine for him. So we are minimizing what we put on the walls as far as any holes. Everything else we're hanging with command strips, and they work great. And you know, even if I wasn't renting, I would probably use command strips, because I didn't really enjoy the process of filling the holes, and I also didn't enjoy when I wanted to switch out things that I was always leaving holes behind, so I kind of felt like I had to cover the holes. And I was always covering the multitude of holes because I didn't want to take the time of filling the holes and painting the holes and all of that. So this way, even though command strips are not the most, they're expensive when you have a lot of artwork that you want to hang on the wall. They're not conducive to hanging super heavy things like shelves and things like that. So we're not going to be putting a lot of shelves on the wall like I had in the old house. I've sold all of them. I do not have shelves in this house. I will be putting some small command strip shelves up though. Command makes their own floating shelves, and you can get them in small sizes and bigger, longer sizes. They're not very wide, they're not very heavy. You can't put a whole lot of things on them, but I love my littles. So these command shelves will work great for the littles. And so I'm gonna be doing that when we get to start decorating the upstairs area. Down here on the main floor, it's just gonna be some pictures, and they're not gonna be super heavy pictures. And what I started to do at the old house was kind of transition into getting the frames that I love, those old vintage or antique frames that I love, and then switching out the artwork. It just makes it so much easier. You don't have to keep refilling the holes. You don't have to worry about multitude of pictures to store. It's just super easy. Same with pillowcases. I used to buy pillows upon pillows upon pillows for every season. I am over buying the pillows. I can't store those things. So I am buying pillowcases. I invested in really good pillows, and then I just use pillowcases for all the seasons. I can fold them up, tuck them away, and save space and save money, because pillowcases are a lot cheaper than pillows at Home Goods or something that's, seasonal. If you're looking at $20 a pillow and you need to buy 4 or 5 pillows, that's a lot of money. So I'm saving money, I'm saving space. It works for me. So I'm slowly transitioning into that. And it is working so far. So while we decorate this new house, hopefully I can share some tips and tricks that are helping me as I work towards my retirement journey and downsizing journey. Because even though we downsized and this house is much smaller, this isn't the smallest. Our forever home will be even smaller than this. We have 3 floors here. We have an entryway that goes, all of our entryways are extremely small. Imagine a split foyer when you walk in. That's kind of what this is like. You walk in and you go straight upstairs. So there's not much space there at all. And the other entry area is going into our bottom floor. I call it the basement, but it's not a basement. It is just a 3rd floor, or the bottom floor. So when you go in that way from the garage, you go down a hallway and then you're in a small little room, and there's 2 rooms off to the side of it that are also fairly small. So there's not a whole lot of space to decorate down there, but there is decorating to do, of course. So we will do all of those things, but just remember, I've downsized quite a bit. So it's smaller spaces to decorate. I need to work on this area today. I don't know what I'm doing here yet. I really don't. So, well, actually I do. I think I do know what I'm doing. I think what I want to do is bring up or bring down, because I think it's on the 3rd floor or the top floor. I need to bring down one of those old toolboxes, and I think I want to put terracotta pots and make this like a little garden moment. And then over here at the pony wall area, I've already started to do this. I saw on Pinterest the white, the milk glass, and there are different colors milk glass. I'm using white milk glass, but there are other colors in a milk glass, in case you didn't know. Anyway, I have a few pieces of milk glass, and I wanted to use the milk glass for planters because, like I said, I saw it on Pinterest and it was super cute. So I think I like this setup. I just want to tweak the flowers and find something to do right here. All of this is hiding our router that has to go here and the cord that goes with the router, because this is where the hard wire of our internet comes from. Everything else in the house is wireless that connects to this, which that's cool, because that means you can put your TVs and computers anywhere. You don't have to hardwire them into anything, as long as your router is hardwired into something. So anyway, that has to cover up all of that shenanigans. Maybe eventually what I'd like to do is get a buffet that will go here that has cabinets versus the open shelving on the bottom. I think that would be nice. Same for the back of the couch. So stay tuned if we do that or not. I don't know. But for now, this is going to work. So I'm going to go grab a few things that I'm going to need to decorate with, and then I'll meet you back here in just a minute. I've already cleaned this area. I'm going to decorate here now. We need to cover this cord mess. Now we're going to add some littles and fill in the rest of those spaces. Keep forgetting doilies. Why do I keep forgetting this? So I'm going to pull those out and I'm going to use them over here to soften off the look. And I'm also going to be using doilies in the other areas as well. I keep forgetting this, but I'm going to pull them out now. Yes, they are all over the couch, but I didn't know what else to do with them. I didn't have another work area. I have doilies from every shape, every size, every color. I mean, you name it, I have it. So I have these two. Some of them I have like a matching pair. So I have these two that I just love. I know I'm going to be using those, so I'm laying those there. I have some bigger ones that I have folded. I mean, I have so many. I have the ones that have the nice little lacing detail on them, and I just love those. This one's crocheted and it has tassels. I just have so many. Miss Jean has sent me a few. I have those. These are runners. This is an old tattered lace runner. This is a runner. This is a runner. These are biscuit napkins, tea and biscuits. You would pick up your biscuits by like this, like if you could get your fingers in them. But basically, there you go. So this is a biscuit doily. It would go in a tea setting. How cute is that, right? I have a whole set of those. These are super old. So I have all different kinds, and I'm going to start using them in this vignette, and then I'm going to scatter them throughout the house. so I have the runner and I'm trying this shelf out. We'll see if it works or not. We're gonna play with it for a minute. If it doesn't work, that's okay. It goes back up to the spare room. Okay, for the top of it, my plan is to put some terracotta pots in the cloche to bring in that rustic look over, because we have a lot of French country here and there's no rustic yet. So this will be my rustic element, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. I'm not going to get them fully in there today the way that I want, because I think I want to grunge them up a little bit, put some green color on them, or glue some moss or something to make them a little bit more rustic and outdoorsy before I put them in there. But I am gonna just put them in there temporarily and see if I like it before I get into the mess of adding any kind of that green moss stuff. And the candles are wonky because they need to be fixed, and like they need to be kind of melted and like put in, stabilized in there a little bit better. But I also have a DIY project for them. I thought about adding some of that blue from a napkin and using some decoupage techniques and just putting those on the candles themselves. So stay tuned if that happens. I don't know. So we're just gonna continue to play. If you think this is too much, but I think it's just enough. I think it's perfect. I love all the little teeny whatnots. It just makes my heart happy. I'll continue to tweak it, but I think I'm gonna leave it this way for right now. Now we need to work on the bottom shelf. Right, I have been playing and getting some things done while my phone charged because the battery was dying. So I did get some stuff done off camera, but I'm trying to do as much on camera as possible. All right, so I'm gonna put some of this paper shred. I got this idea of using paper shred from my friend Michelle over at Uniquely Vintage You. So I'm gonna put some in here. That may be a little more than I need, but I can always play with it. So what I want to do is on this shelf, I'm showcasing my mom and dad's love letters and also like their marriage licenses in here, my mom's first medical bill from her first pregnancy, my oldest brother is in here, all kinds of like their tax receipts and all that kind of stuff. from way back when. So I thought that was interesting. And I have this. It's a postal money order, and I have an old stamp, and I want to display them as well. I think that they just go so well with this little love letter theme I have going on. Yes, I know it's summer, and they don't necessarily have a season that they go with, but I always love having these things out and about that I get to look at and just think of my mom and my dad every time I see them. So I always like to have them in an area that I'm in a lot, and so I usually have them prominently displayed. And I think that looks really cute and ties in everything. And of course, the nod to summer is right there with my Toy Lips book. And that's actually a really good book that I got at Goodwill a couple of years ago. I think I paid $1 for it. Anyway, I think this turned out pretty cute. Besties, it is already 2 o'clock. And I've been going since 6. And I can't believe we're almost, the days, I have so much more to do and so little time to do it in. I have cluttered messes everywhere. Do you guys have that problem as well? Look at these bees. So I have these 2 little teeny bees on stems. And I was thinking of putting them, again, excuse all the cluttered messes everywhere. I was thinking of putting them on here. Wouldn't that be the cutest thing ever? Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Look at how cute they are. Oh my gosh. I love them. That is the cutest little idea ever. Little bees. Little bees. Alrighty, besties, that's going to do it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed spending time with me. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of today's video. And don't forget to join me next Sunday when we do this all again, sweet friends. And until then, I'll see you later.